If you've been feeling an exhaustion that no amount of sleep can fix, or having intensely vivid dreams that feel more real than your waking life, you're not going crazy. Your body could be sending you a powerful message. These aren't just random symptoms. For many, they are the first physical signs of a profound spiritual awakening. In this video, we'll decode what your body might be trying to tell you. Has your life felt a bit adrift lately? Have you had a strange feeling that the world you knew and the person you thought you were is starting to dissolve? You aren't alone, and what you're experiencing isn't necessarily an illness. Many believe we're in a planetary-wide shift in consciousness, and that 2025 is a key year for this transformation. Your body is often the first to respond to these changes. For many, the symptoms of this shift can feel overwhelming if you don't understand what's happening. Spiritual awakenings are often pictured as these blissful moments of clarity, but the reality is usually messy, confusing, and intensely physical. Think of it like your system receiving a massive upgrade. The old programming has to shut down, and the hardware itself, your physical body, has to be rewired to handle a higher frequency of consciousness. This process can be disorienting. It can feel like everything is falling apart, but in reality, it might just be falling into place. So, if you've been feeling strange physical and emotional symptoms you can't quite pin down, this video is for your validation. These aren't mere coincidences. They could be confirmations of your spiritual journey. We're going to walk through the 5 most common signs your body might be sending you right now in this powerful time of transformation. Let's start with the most common sign: a bone-deep fatigue that no amount of sleep seems to fix. This isn't your typical end-of-the-week tiredness. Some call this a sacred tiredness, a spiritual exhaustion that comes from the huge amount of work your body is doing on an energetic level. While it's always wise to consult a doctor to rule out any underlying medical conditions, this kind of fatigue feels different. It's less like a symptom of being overworked and more like a state of being. So, what's going on? As your consciousness expands and your inner light brightens, your physical body has to adapt to hold these higher frequencies. This recalibration requires a tremendous amount of energy. Your system is also purging dense, old energies, past traumas, limiting beliefs, and suppressed emotions that have been stored in your body for years. This is a major detoxification process, and just like a physical detox, it can leave you feeling completely drained. You might find your energy levels are all over the place. One moment you could feel a surge of clarity, and the next you can barely get out of bed. This is normal. Your body is learning to adjust. You might also find yourself needing to sleep for 10 or 12 hours and still waking up tired or needing naps throughout the day. This is your body's way of going into rest mode so it can do its work without interference. Resisting this need for rest will only make the exhaustion more intense. This phase asks for your surrender and for you to honor the deep rest your body is screaming for. The second sign is an intense and often bewildering emotional roller coaster. One day you might feel profound joy and connection, and the next you could find yourself crying for no clear reason or feeling waves of anger and anxiety that seem to come out of nowhere. These emotional swings can be so intense, you might even question your own sanity. Please hear this. You are not going crazy. You are cleansing. Most of us learn to suppress or ignore our emotions. We bury grief and swallow anger, but those emotions don't disappear. They get stored in our bodies as dense energy. A spiritual awakening can be like a dam breaking. All those unresolved feelings come rushing to the surface to be felt and finally released. This emotional purge is an essential part of the process. You're making space for a higher vibration, and you can't carry the heavy baggage of old emotions into this new state of being. This increased emotional sensitivity is also a sign that your heart is opening. As your awareness expands, so does your empathy. You might find yourself feeling the pain of the world more deeply. This isn't a weakness. It's a sign your compassion is growing. It's also common to feel a deep sense of loneliness, even when you're around people. You might feel like no one understands what you're going through. This is part of shedding your old identity. These chaotic emotions aren't a punishment, they are a purification, burning away what is not your true self to reveal the authentic soul underneath. The third sign can be both fascinating and unsettling. Your physical senses go into overdrive, and you start to experience strange physical sensations. This is a direct result of your nervous system upgrading to perceive a wider spectrum of reality. Suddenly, the lights at the grocery store might feel painfully bright, or the sound of traffic might seem deafening. You could become highly sensitive to smells you never noticed before. Crowded places can become overwhelming because you're not just processing physical noise and light, but the energetic chaos of everyone around you. You may feel a pull towards solitude and nature just to give your senses a break. You might also feel strange buzzing or vibrating sensations in your body, often during quiet moments or as you fall asleep. Tingling, especially at the crown of your head or in your hands and feet, is also common and is often seen as energy moving through your chakras. Unexplained aches and pains, particularly in the neck and back, can also occur as your body releases energetic blockages. It's also not uncommon to experience sudden heart palpitations or a racing heart, even at rest. While this can be a sign of energy moving, it's very important to consult a healthcare professional to rule out any medical causes. Dizziness and lightheadedness are also frequent as your consciousness shifts and your body tries to catch up. These are all physical signs that your entire being is recalibrating. If these signs are resonating with you, take a second to hit that subscribe button and join our community. You're not on this journey alone, and we're here to support you. The fourth sign is a deep psychological shift that often feels like detachment or disconnection. Things that used to be central to your life, your career, hobbies, or social circles, might suddenly feel hollow or meaningless. You might look at your life and feel like you're playing a part you no longer believe in. This can be scary because it feels like you're losing yourself. In truth, you are finding yourself. This detachment is your soul's way of pulling you away from the external world and guiding you inward. You're starting to see through society's illusions. The constant chase for money, status, and external approval may suddenly seem absurd. You begin to ask the big questions. Who am I really? What is my purpose? This can be an isolating period, sometimes called the dark night of the soul, where you feel lost and alone. Friendships based on superficial connections may start to fade because you can no longer tolerate surface-level conversations. What's really crumbling is the false identity you built to navigate the world. During this time, you may crave solitude. Being alone no longer feels lonely, it feels necessary. You need quiet space to hear the whispers of your own soul. Trust this process. This feeling of being lost is often a sign that you're finally on the path to finding your true north. Section 5, Sign 5, Vivid symbolic dreams and disrupted sleep patterns. Finally, the fifth sign is happening while you're not even conscious. Your dream life and sleep patterns are completely transformed. Spiritual awakening is a 24/7 process, and some of the most profound work happens when your conscious mind is asleep. Many people on this path report major sleep disruptions. You might find yourself waking up at odd hours, particularly between 3 and 4 a.m. This is known as the witching hour or the divine hour, a time when the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds is believed to be thinnest, Waking up at this time is often seen as a sign that your spirit guides or higher self are trying to communicate with you or work on your energy system while your mind is at rest. When you do sleep, your dreams can become incredibly vivid, intense, and symbolic. They feel different, carrying a sense of meaning that stays with you. Your soul may be using the language of symbols and archetypes to help you process the huge changes you're going through. You might have recurring dreams, chase dreams, or even battle dreams, which often represent inner conflicts you're finally confronting. Some dreams might even feel like visitations from loved ones or spiritual guides. These dreams are a gift, allowing you to work through and release energy from your subconscious. It's a great idea to keep a dream journal by your bed. Over time, you can begin to see patterns and decode the messages your soul is sending you. Navigating these signs can be intense, but you don't have to just endure it. There are simple ways to support your body and mind. The key isn't to fight the process, but to work with it. First, honor your body's need for rest. If you're feeling that spiritual fatigue, give yourself permission to sleep without guilt. Your body is doing sacred work. Create a sanctuary where you can recharge. Grounding is also essential. When you feel overwhelmed or dizzy, connect with the earth. Walk barefoot on the grass or spend time in nature. This helps to stabilize your energy field. Stay hydrated. Water helps flush out toxins, both physical and energetic, and helps energy flow through your system. Journaling is a powerful tool for processing the emotional roller coaster and decoding your dreams. Writing down your feelings, fears, and insights can bring a lot of clarity. And finally, be gentle with yourself. You are like a caterpillar in a chrysalis. A profound metamorphosis is happening. Release the need to compare your journey to anyone else's and trust your own unique timing. So the profound fatigue, the emotional roller coaster, the heightened senses, the deep detachment, and the vivid dreams, these aren't signs that you're broken, they're signs that you're waking up. Your body isn't failing you. It's communicating with you, guiding you on the most important journey of your life, the journey back to your true self. This path isn't always easy, but it is a sacred one. Every strange symptom and every moment of confusion is a confirmation that your soul is expanding. You are shedding an old skin to make way for a more authentic, empowered, and radiant version of yourself. If this video resonated with you, please share your experiences in the comments below. What signs are you noticing? Reading each other's stories reminds us that we aren't alone. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next video, where we'll dive deeper into harnessing these new energies. Embrace the journey, trust the process. A magnificent new reality is waiting for you.